Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Red, and today I'm going to make a video, 50 facts about me and my life. First fact, I eat apple cores. I didn't think this was uncommon. My mom does it too, but apparently nobody else does it. And the seeds have cyanide in them, so anyway. Number 2, I don't like chocolate. This blows people's minds, and half the people I tell don't believe me, so I don't like it. Third fact, my favorite color is orange. 4, I play tennis, which is not very known. I've done it for a while, but I started kind of just for hand-eye coordination for ice hockey, and then just never really wanted to quit. Number 5, I have a sister that I have never met. It's from my father's side, and that story will be coming later. Number 6, I am colorblind. I have some colors that are distorted, but it'd be really annoying for you guys to ask questions and ask what color something in the comments, because that really gets on my last nerve. I used to sing the national anthem at local snowmobile tournaments, and yes, I do remember this, and that was kind of what got me into singing, is just doing the opening national anthem for the local snowmobile tournaments. It was pretty cool. My 5th birthday was in the hospital. I had seizures growing up, and Riker has seizure problems that are different, and we're going to talk about in a later video. It was right before my 5th birthday, playing basketball, and I come inside, and I passed out on the floor, like literally passed out, not like asleep. I was out cold. And so they rushed me to the hospital, and then later I actually spent few days in the hospital, and my birthday was during that. Riker is my nephew. Yeah. Most of you know that, but if you don't know, I have Amish cousins from my grandpa's side. My great grandpa played for the Fort Wayne Zollner Pistons, which is an old team from Fort Wayne. My great grandma was a Fort Wayne City champion in tennis, which is pretty interesting. But I do not live in Fort Wayne. That's the 13th fact. 14, I have played ice hockey for 10 years, but have only been a goalie for 7, which is a significant amount of years for my age. I grew up with all women in my house, which a later story will come. I have a video that's plotted that will have why that is. My favorite animal is either an elephant or a bison. It's kind of a tie. They're pretty cool. Bison was probably my first favorite, but my grandma's favorite is elephants, and she got me addicted to elephants also. My favorite book is Trumpet of the Swan by E.B. White. It's a great book. I recommend reading it. I'm hoping to get into the University of Michigan and study paleontology, which is the study of dinosaur bones and remains, not just bones. I have 3 nephews and 3 nieces. Riker's my oldest one. So, yeah. I am accident prone. That is number 20. Very accident prone. I have this fingernail right here is not good right now. I bent it backwards and it bled bad and hurts to play hockey with, but you know, it'll go away eventually. I'm not fond of heights, but I am not terrified. I can go in like planes and ride in planes, and I can climb something really high as long as I don't look down, and just the thought of getting up to the high point is scary. Looking down or looking out isn't scary. We went to this place in Washington, D.C., and it was just this giant tower, and I was climbing it, and I literally grabbed onto the stairwell and I would not let go. And somebody told me to look down. I looked down, big mistake. And well, I eventually did get all the way up in DC, but I never actually got in the whole stairs. I had like 3 steps left, and I kind of just hugged the railing and literally hugged it. You can ask a few friends like Joe. I literally hugged the railing and just looked out, and it was amazing. And actually, yeah, I did get up top. Yeah. I like ziplining, which can be completely random. I technically have 7 sisters, 3 stepsisters, 3 regular sisters, but really half-sisters, but I classify them as sisters because I grew up with them, and 1 half-sister from my father's side. I do not have a favorite food. If anybody asks me this, just anything, I do not respond. I don't have a favorite food. I can partially speak Spanish and Dutch, later videos. We have many Dutch friends, and that is why I am learning Dutch. I have been on television many times. It's ridiculous. I am not a good not that well. I can be a good actor, I guess. My grandmother was in a movie, but it was not an American movie. It was a Dutch movie. I collect small antiques up there. That will be a later video. Also, I just have a bunch of videos. I have a scar on my leg from a motorcycle falling on my leg. So the story was, I was young and dumb, and I was running towards this motorcycle and jumped on it. It was my grandpa's, and it was on, and it fell on my leg and burnt my leg, like 3rd-degree burn on my leg, and I have a scar from it, and it hurt really bad. And eventually, on the way home, I think I remember I fell asleep, or about quarter of a mile away from the house. My middle name is Delbert, after my great-grandfather's name. So usually when I say my middle name is Delbert, people laugh. And I have to say it. Like my stepdad, actually, he thinks, my mom called me that one time, and he thought that she was trying to mock me and say a mean name. I'm usually the person that gets in trouble for laughing, but not stuff that is inappropriate. So like in health class, if they're talking about something that's private, I wouldn't laugh at that because that's immature. But something like the teacher saying, if I laugh and I won't stop because I have a problem of trying not to or trying to stop, and I've seen to conquer that lately. I used to play a trombone, but I can play a conch. Look it up. C-O-N-C-H, conch. I can play conch. And yes, there are, if you already know what a conch is, yes, there are chords in a conch. My favorite song currently is a tie between Old Crow, Darius Rucker, Wagon Wheel, and a few 21 Pilots songs. I am not a gamer. I only play hockey games occasionally, like EA, but that is it. I occasionally play them. My biggest fear when I was little was a teacher I had, and oh my gosh, you would like put your head like close to the desk and maybe do that so you could see, because person wouldn't be able to see you. You would get in trouble for that. It was ridiculous. It was just sit up, can't move, except for if you're writing. And she actually, one class, I had like a notebook and there was like silver lining on it, and she snapped on me. She's like, "You're not colorblind." And she went to my book and she's like, "What color is that?" I'm like, "It's silver." And she's like, "That's proof you're not colorblind." And she was not a nice person. My favorite movie franchise is Jurassic Park and all the other movies in the franchise. I'm not tech savvy, so that's why my videos aren't the best quality. I originally was going to do cross country, but I never could because hockey was all year round, so I never really was able to do cross country. When I was little, I jumped into a pool. Oh, this is 40. When I was little, I jumped into a pool, then my aunt jumped in for me and shattered her ankle and had to wear like a boot, and she like shattered her ankle completely. I think she has rods in it. I listen to classical music a lot. I like all music though, so. I used to compete in bicycle weight pulls. So they would have like low weights, and then they would put the bicycle. They would like, it's like a tractor pull, but then you have to ride as far as you could, and the concrete gets more rough. And it only took a few years, and I was too big. I was too tall. So yeah. My nickname is Gibby. Feel free to call me that if you want to, if you like really want to. I don't care. I'll respond by that name. I was against getting my cat Comet, actually. And I don't know if I said this in the story, but I told people not to touch the cat, not to pet him, not to hold him. They went against the orders, and I brought him home because he liked me the best. I have never broken a bone. That's 45. I've only bruised a bone. That's about it. It hurts. I used to want to do comedy and magic as a career, and that was coming into where my mom used to laugh at a lot of things I said. I used to be funnier, I think. I have a friend that's trying to get into Broadway. He's in high school, and he's trying to get into Broadway, and this is one of his biggest dreams. But he's also wants to be a lawyer, so he could be really good at that. Number 48, I do not have Pokemon Go. I'm sorry if you do, and this is like a shocker to you, but I don't have Pokemon Go. 49, I planned this video at midnight last night. It was tiring. And number 50, my room where I record is one of my sister's old bedroom. So like in this corner back here, this is where her bed was, and it went all the way to the door. And then there's a closet over there, and then she had that room right there, and she had that space to do whatever she wanted to. And it's kind of ugly now, but I don't know. Alright guys, this might be a longer video, but that's kind of a remorse for the Kyler's cat video. So, see you, talk to you later, and remember, Coney dogs.